regarding Pos Aviation is, in 2016, at that time, they under the RB Highcom Berhad, joined Pos Malaysia to further diversify the types of services of Pos Malaysia. Basically, the types of food service system used by Pos Aviation are already prepared, where it uses cook, chill and cook freeze, which uses a blast chiller. All food that is to be sent to the aircraft will be stored first in the blast chiller, which is 12 hours before the flight. Under the aviation post, there is also ground handling, cargo, catering and many more which supplies to aircraft needs at the airport. Apart from that, under post logistic, they provide various services either in the air, at sea and also on land. Meanwhile, under post A's, those who only do air delivery activities. Other services also include the cold chain and the charter catering.
During the COVID pandemic, all activities at the aviation post were somehow affected, but with the presence of Mr. Al-Bukhari, he managed not to lay off even a single employee. Instead, he tried to help the workers at the aviation post by sending them to other departments. Pos Aviation only provides and deliver halal food and beverages which are in accordance with Islamic Sharia law. So, starting from the raw material, the manufacturing process and even the output producer is very important to ensure the is in a halal condition. Pos Aviation often accept private jet occasions. For example, receiving booking from the Sultan of Brunei, where each booking must follow the specific characteristic requested by him. Among the airlines that use Pos Aviation in flight catering is include Malaysia Airlines, Etihad Airways, Shanghai Airlines, and Pakistan International Airlines.
For example, ISO 2000 certification is applicable to the catering service industry. This ISO 2000 certification in catering service industry offer numerous benefits from improved food safety to enhanced quality. Among other certificates for in-flight catering are GMP certification, OSHA 19194, ISAGO, and Halal Compliance certifications. The latest award received by Pos Aviation is KLIA Best Service Excellence Award 2015. As additional information, any leftover food brought back to the airport to go through the clearance process is not allowed for staff or anyone else to take the leftover food home because the temperature in the air and on the ground is different, so it can cause cross-contamination.
Among the food that are prohibited from being served on airplanes are sashimi or sushi. This is because they are exposed to more harmful bacteria and can cause cross-contamination. Moreover, each of the main course such as fish and chicken, it must be boneless, except meat that have thick bones. The most important and interesting things in in-flight catering is where creativity is used and food production is made. The 5 types of classes that exist in airplane are economy class, business class, premium economy class, first class, and royal class.
The function of the blast chiller is to ensure that the food being consumed is in a safe condition on the airplane. Other than that, in-flight catering will always sustain their cold soaking or cold chain to make sure all the bacteria on the food inactive before it be reheated on the airplane and being served to the passengers.
Besides that, they also use the concept of menu cycle, where they have 6 menu cycles, each with different menu. For the menus that are already packed to be sent to the aircraft, they will be divided into 2 types of packaging. First, the food that needs to be heated will be wrapped with aluminium foil, while the food that does not need to be heated will be wrapped only with plastic wrap. For the activities in the in-flight catering truck, it will start with a clearing session and then load with clean food.
For example, restaurants and hotels use a conventional food service system that cooks and serves immediately. while in-flight catering uses a ready prepared food service system which involves cooking, placing in a blast chiller, repacking and then sent to the airplane to be served, and it will be in the blast chiller for 24 hours before the departure time.
Last but not least, as additional information, the food served to the pilot, co-pilot, flight crew and also passengers is different and cannot be the same on several specific aspects including the established policies and the safety. For each flight, the in-flight catering also provides special meal codes under IATA which are closely related to religious beliefs, allergens and individual diets. For example, some of the special meal codes are available in AVML, BBML, GFML, HNML, LSML and many more. To bear in mind, restaurant and in-flight catering are very different because not all food served in restaurant can be served on airplanes due to the safety aspect, convenience and the others. So according to the special meal codes, AVML is Asian vegetarian meal, BBML is baby meal, GFML is gluten intolerant meal, HNML is Hindu meal, and LSML is low sodium meal.